I'm Helena Wadia, and here are some of the stories making the Evening Standard's front page. Central London roared back into life with an £100 million day one spending spree in shops, restaurants and pubs. West End bosses said the first day after the easing of lockdown restrictions had unleashed the strongest reopening since the start of the pandemic. Footfall was around 55% of normal yesterday, one of the highest figures since the first lockdown began in March last year. Estimates by the Centre for Retail Research suggested spending of just under £100 million yesterday, rising to nearly £150 million on Saturday. Boris Johnson has said that the lockdown, not vaccines, is responsible for the fall in COVID-19 cases. Although the Prime Minister said that it was great that the country has managed to achieve vaccination targets, he warned Britons to still be cautious as the country entered phase 2 of its roadmap out of lockdown. He said the bulk of the work in reducing the disease had been done by the lockdown and warned that unlocking will lead to inevitable infections and deaths. It comes as the Moderna vaccine began rolling out across England today. The Queen is poised to return to work just days after the funeral of the Duke of Edinburgh. It is understood she will resume duties on April the 22nd, a day after her 95th birthday. Prince Philip's funeral, which will take place on Saturday, is restricted to 30 people due to COVID-19 rules. It is understood Her Majesty is determined to carry on fulfilling her role as head of state and will be fully supported by Prince Charles, who she is set to honour by giving him Philip's title, the Duke of Edinburgh. Crime has become the most important issue for London voters. That's according to the Evening Standard's latest poll on the mayoral election race. According to research, the issue has moved above health, housing and the economy. The poll also showed that the current mayor, Sadiq Khan, remains on course to be re-elected on May the 6th, with 51% of people saying they are certain to vote for him. And finally, Transport for London has permanently halted its heritage service of 10 iconic Routemaster buses on the number 15 route. The buses were the last of the city's famous open-backed vehicles in operation. The news comes more than a year after the UK was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, slashing ridership across London's transport network. Another reason for the retiring of the service is said to be the lack of step-free access on the classic double-deckers. For all of these stories and more, head to standard.co.uk.